Hi Libra, welcome to your May 2018 reading. My name is Donatella and I will be doing your reading today. Before I get started, I really hope, Libra, that you have seen my April video. In my April video, I was explaining to you how important it was to be truthful and honest in what you wanted, because that will be the lighting path to your future. If you are still in that mode where you're still apologizing and saying, I'm sorry, you need to cut that shit off. And you need to speak your truth. But you also need to let people speak their truth, but you don't have to be disrespectful. As long as you respect them, then you can also say what you need to say. You have this fear where you can't be your real self. And it's only when you're in balance that you have that fear. You're projecting it out there. Every time you say you're sorry, and everybody doesn't see it, okay? I'm just telling you this, just Libra to Libra, okay? When you say you're sorry, that often it's a psychological effect of what you've been through before. And until you release this I'm sorry bullshit with trying to please everybody and saying the right thing always at the right time, you're never going to be happy. You're always going to be a mishmash of somebody else. You're never going to be your own person. I'm not saying that you have to completely separate yourself, because I know that there's parts of people that you love to reflect off of, because you are everybody's mirror. And it's your responsibility to show everybody their mirror, because you also bring them together. You understand everybody. So pretty much you can kind of replicate, the first 9 signs, the first 9 houses. But what I'm telling you is that the most ultimate amount of happiness that you could have is living in your truth. And you're going to really understand this month when it's a full moon. And that's why I need to talk to you about astrology. It's not just about tarot, Libra. You're going through a very spiritual transition this year, and I cannot explain to you how important this is. You had gone through some changes. This was a catalyst so that way you can get into the niche that you were supposed to get into. There were people that you were supposed to bring together into a group project. There is something that you will do that will bring others together. This is ultimately what your duty was. Your duty was to bring balance in the world. Your duty was to allow others to speak with others. Your duty was to bring and heal things and remind people the beauty, remind people the positivity, remind people of not just the ugliness, but accept, there's a lot of people that cannot accept the ugliness and the beauty. They constantly tell you, hey, you got to pick so-and-so, or you're not my friend. You've always been in that situation, but you're the only one that understood that, hey, I get it, because none of you assholes were ever perfect, okay? So I'm the only one that gets deep with everybody. And since I'm the only one that gets deep with everybody, I know that there's a good and bad to everybody. I know that already. So since I know that, I accept everybody for who they are. I accept that. I accept it as neutrality. And through that, and when I accept life for what it is, then I become peaceful myself. But you need to understand that from the beginning, you should have had that in your home life too. From the beginning, you should have had that with your family life too. And from this point forward, whatever you do in your life, you need to have a logical reason of why you are doing it. You don't have to over-explain yourself. You don't have to over-talk. You need to just say the gist. You don't need to be a motor mouth and keep going at it, because sometimes people don't get it. I know they don't freaking get it. So you need to go and deep dive with some people. Sometimes with some people, you have to keep talking and keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. The problem is that when we keep talking, they're taking 5% of the 100% of the story. So you need to go and flex like in moments, okay? When you want to get, you have so much information downloaded in your mind right now that what you need to do is you need to take a step back. And that's the reason why you kind of get in a problem sometimes, because there's a lot of holding in. You understand and realize things, and you're not processing them and explaining what you've been processing in the process. You wait and calculate and you see how the outcome's going to be, and then you start talking. That's too late by then. It's too late because you know why? You're not really working with others like you want to work with others if you're doing that. So from the beginning, if you have a negative thought, you need to understand, is this going to serve my purpose? Is this negative thought going to serve my purpose? What is all this thinking going to do at the end? Because really, honestly, Libra, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time of you rationalizing everything and reviewing these memories in your head over and over. Why did I end up like this? Why did this happen to me? Why is this happening? What if this happens? This worrying is going to cause you so much stress. And as soon as you snap out of it, you're going to start recalibrating. And this month is all about recalibrating. So let's have a conversation right now about astrology. All right, so the moon, I'm sorry, let's not talk about the moon right now. I'm going to tell you about what's happening in Taurus. Right now, we are in the month of Taurus, okay? From April 20th to May 20th, your planet is back in action. You are Venus. You and your sister Taurus, you guys share a planet together. You guys have a lot of commonality. However, Taurus is more about the physical and material comfort. You're more about the communication portion of it and the emotion of it. So they're more of physicality and you're more like emotional and communication, but it's all the same idea. It's luxury, beauty, high quality goods. You're thinking about, what you could do to like put all this together, this fantasy that you have about the things that you love. Like, you really love beauty. Like, I know for a fact that you can create something gorgeous. I know that when you put your pictures in your home together and you style it up and you make it really beautiful, you can create something that's very warm and inviting for the people in the company that you invite over. But you don't want to create something for people that are not deserving of your truth. So I know that you want to plan and design something so beautifully for your future. However, you need to look at it realistically, and you also need to map it out strategically. So I'm not saying that you need to speak up right now, but Libra, you are the most strategic when you need to be. So you need to like start a goal process, give yourself a deadline, because Capricorn is in Saturn. It's going to be there for 3 years. This is the planet of success, and it's going to be and it's also how people look at you and how you are in front of others. So it will really affect how people see you. So whatever success means to you, as far as the relationship that you want to show off, as far as the job that you want to have, as far as the furniture that you want to buy, the goods that you want to have, the car that you want to drive, all of that needs strategic planning, Libra. All of that needs to have a map. And if you haven't had a map and you don't know what I'm talking about, get one of these journals. Write down how much money you make, how much you have left, how much you save. If you don't have a job, get on the job search, because it's go, go, go. Right now, it's go, go, go. So you need to start planning and budgeting and doing all this. Once this process is over and you're done with that, you're going to start, you have an idea for a hobby, but you also have an idea for something that is strategic for you. You need to cross both of these together so that way you can be balanced. You need to do something with that extra time that you have. And once you start filling up your time, you're going to start getting that light again. Remember when there was a time when you were really happy and you felt like you were such a show off? There was a point in your life when you felt really good about yourself. You're going to come back to that point again. But you can't do it if you don't feel bright like a light anymore, Libra. It's really important that you feel like bright like a light. So from May 15th till June 12th, the moon will be in Sagittarius. And what that means to you is that on May 15th, there's going to be a new cycle of something. Something will start. And it's going to be a feeling of adventure. It's going to initiate inside of you. This adventure is going to lead to greater truth for yourself. You're going to start Once you start adventuring out and doing exactly what you need to do, you're going to start seeing more and more signs of where your path is leading you. And that path is leaded to success. It's leaded to love. It's leaded to truth. And it's leaded to this pure vulnerability where you can actually let go and feel comfortable in your skin again, where you're not apologizing anymore. You're getting to that phase of your life. So I need you to stay with me as the months go by, so that way I can show you where the planets are moving, so that way you have the help that you need. Because by the end of the month, you're going to start realizing that you need to start speaking your truth. And if it's not around that time, that moon is really going to emphasize what your truth is. You're going to really, really start noticing what your own truth is, not what other people, even outsiders, any extra person that is not you. I'm talking about you yourself. You're going to understand what your own truth is. Because when you start spending more time with yourself, you're going to start falling in love with yourself again. And that's when people are more in love with you too. So make sure that you give that time for yourself and enjoy that time, and not act like you've been forsaken from God when you are alone by yourself. Start being grateful that you are alone by yourself. So now you could go watch those weird YouTube videos you want to watch. Or you could go be an artist again. Maybe some of you were coloring things before, or drawing things before, or designing things before. You need to get back into that. There's going to be something that you need to get back into your hobby, and you need to get back into your career. Both of those things are beautiful. It's not one or other. It's both. Both of those things will make your light shine, will make you feel like you're worthy again. It'll make you feel like, I don't need to apologize about anything. I got these cool things going on for myself. Oh, you want to go away? I don't care. I'm still cool. You're going to get to that place where you always wanted to be, but it starts with yourself. You got to build in yourself. And it all starts with this gorgeous thing right here. It's so simple. It's so basic. But you need to write in it. You need to say what you want to do. Okay, so let's get to your reading, Libra. All right. So right now, you're mainly focused on the love that needs to get to you as fast as quick as possible. You want it to be like settled and established, ready to go, baby ready. You know, whatever it is, marriage, commitment, having a baby. Like, you want it to like happen right now. Whatever that is, like, or come back to me if you guys have been separated. It's that feeling of like, I cannot do it right now, but I want to do this thing right now. I cannot do it. And what's crossing it is you want to take a risk. You want to take a risk, but you feel like you're running out of time, and you don't have time to go fool around and do this project that you want to do. There's a dream that you need to chase right now, and you're telling yourself, like, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. But the thing is that your focus is in the wrong place. When you start learning how to balance your time with your friends, you learn how to balance your time with your lover, you learn how to balance your time with your job, you learn how to balance your time with your hobby, because remember, you need to have a hobby too and a job. You balance your time with children in your life. You balance your time with the generous things that you do for others, okay? I'm not saying neglect any of those things. I'm saying do not forget any of those things. Because, Libra, those are the things that made you you. Those are the things that made you happiest the most. And when I'm telling you to add these extra things, this is what's going to make you the most happiest. This is what's going to add more value to your life. Okay. So right now on your full focus is having the unlimited option of unconditional love. And because you want to take a risk, you want to take a journey, but you need it to be like the it factor of love. Like, if this is the it factor of love, then I'm gonna do my all. I'm gonna, like, if I had the love of my life, I would be like the most successful person in the world. I would have everything that's like the mentality that Libra is thinking right now. And in the distant past, there was somebody that knocked you off your feet and made you feel like you didn't have your power. Like, you You had this goal of like, one day I'm going to have my power. One day I'm going to have this love. One day I'm going to be someone that can influence others. Which you're right, you will be able to influence others. But what you're not understanding is that this journey is taking a lot longer than your understanding. You have to go through a lot of things before you could be the sensei, you know? Right now you're understanding yourself, and you barely just got, when you were through with April, you barely understood, like the veil barely came off, and you were barely understanding who the true you was. You were barely coming to that point of your life. And now that it's May, you're realizing like, hey, it's possible that my power can be stripped from me. It's possible that things can be taken from me. My passion can be taken from me. Things can change at any moment. And you realize that in the distant past. And in the recent past, this is still the past. You stopped really telling people how the hell you felt. You were very beaten down by people's words, by people's actions, that you slipped away from people. You couldn't believe how much you could give to others and how much they could just take advantage of you. How they have no empathy, like how people have no consideration. Like you realize, like, how come some of these people have no logic to even explain what the hell they're doing? They don't even sit there and explain. I sit there and it's like you, Libra, it's you saying, I sit there and I waste my time. I sit here and explain everything, every freaking detail of every way I'm feeling. And you assholes don't even do that for me. You know, I'm going through a journey. So that's why I tell you, I'm not telling you out of my ass. I'm telling you because I want you to know how I process this. And then people are like haters, you know, like the second you slip up and you start talking about your secrets, it's like, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. You can't talk about it. Right now, you can't talk about, you've been coming to the truth of yourself, okay? Whatever you've talked about, there's enough talk now. Whatever that needed to be said has been said. So you were in the past, you were like at this back and forth period of, should I talk right now? Should I talk right now? Should I talk right now? Should I not talk right? You were really, really more in that energy. You're moving away from that is what I want you to understand, Libra. When you move away from that, you're not going to worry, and then everything that you speak will be like accepted. Everything will be good, because once you're healed from that, then you could really accept the love that you deserve. Once you're healed from being the victim and really forgiving others and like allowing everything that happened to happen and just be like, you know what, it is what it is. I accept it for what it was, and now I'm just going to work on it. Whether it's a relationship that you had in the past that you're working on now, or it's a new one that you just started, you need to accept life for what it is. You need to start becoming neutral. It's not, you need to also explain to others that it's not either black or white, okay? We're not either male or feminine. We're not either male or female. You know, we could be one. Like right now, I'm in a physical form of a woman, but I could be masculine at any moment. I could cuss you out and be crazy, you know? I can act like a man and be scary at any second that I want. But I could also be feminine and nurturing and loving at any second I want to. It's not, it's neutral is what you need to understand, and helping other people understand that too, as a process, as a journey, is okay, but you don't need to explain it anymore, because now you've already explained it for yourself. You're walking in the path that you want to walk to, and as long as you if you set your goal, if you set your GPS on your goal, and whatever talks are around you, you can still get there. And as long as you're following this path, I see you actually getting there. You're coming together with your partner, Libra. You're coming together with the partner that you actually want to be with now. You're coming together in a relationship that actually makes you happy, and it feels like it's like a real soulmate connection. It could feel like that, but you have to let go. It's either the person that hurts you and you're able to refresh and hit reset. Otherwise, if it's so volatile that you could not hit refresh or reset, you're going to be reset. You're definitely going to be reset. There's no doubt about it. When you move away from one energy, another energy comes towards you. When you move away from your partner's energy, they can feel it. And if you start cheating, the other partner starts cheating. It's a matter of energy that you need to understand. It's not a matter of this person is shady. It's not about that. It's about energy. When you detach and you feel like someone's hurting you, you need to communicate it. And when you don't, you're allowing fog to occur in your life, okay? And it's happened like that in the past when you wanted to date people and you weren't speaking up and you thought that they all liked you, but you weren't sure. And you thought that, oh, they're just flirting with me right now. Maybe they like me. You don't speak up and you don't know. When you don't speak up, you're not going to find out. It's not about who takes an initiation. Sometimes you need to figure out, hey, do you like me? Yeah? No? Okay, bye. Okay, you don't like me? Okay, forget it. But when you don't look for it and it comes to you and you let go and you're like, you know what? I am worthy. I have a career. I have this hobby. I have friends, dude. I got money sitting in the bank. I got a badass car sitting outside. How are you going to feel bad about yourself at that point? Regardless of who, love, life, family talking shit, what are they going to say when you have thousands of savings in your account and you're doing abundant amounts of charity work? Who the hell is going to talk shit to you? You're going to take my word and then you're going to become the magician. You got to do it with a clean and sober mind, Libra. If you have any addiction problems right now, you need to get that shit straight. You need to get it together. And if it's not for celebration, it's a waste of time. You're going to make some changes. You're going to make some shifts, okay? There is a fiery energy it's a feminine energy, okay? There's a fiery feminine energy. This could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. Or it could be someone that you feel very passionate about or in a situation that you were very passionate about. But it's at queen level. So it's not at that king where it's like, oh, I'm controlling you. It's more of like a nurturing, loving, generous love. Right around the end of the month, something will happen, and this will be the test, okay? So watch out for this moon. I was telling you about speaking your truth. The moon is going to happen. Even in the card, it's displaying at mid-month. So the story is repeating again. So hear me out. Don't be scared. I'm here to guide you. This person will accept truth, okay? That's what you need to understand. It's when you're a liar that they don't understand it. You need to always stay in your truth. As long as whatever you're doing, as long as it's in the form of honesty, from the inside out. And when I say inside, I'm talking about your mind, okay? Everything that you're thinking inside of here, everything that you're hiding inside of here, all of these things that you're thinking inside of here. If you're in a relationship with anyone and you're blasting out negative emotions, whether you're typing it somewhere, posting it somewhere, putting it inside of your mind, more of that's going to happen, okay? Whatever direction your life goes in, you need to always stay very focused and make sure that you're progressing in the direction that you want, because there's going to be a lot of distraction through this process. For the next 3 years, I really hate to break it to you, Libra, you've been looking for a really easy path. You've been looking for a path where, oh, I found my niche and I'm going to be saved. These next 3 years, you're going to be bumping and grinding through the mud. You're going to be understanding what it is to be an independent boss. Boss, okay? When you've been thinking, oh, I need this person so-and-so to help me, this person. You need to leave all those attachments of help behind. And I know it scares the shit out of you hearing that right now. But you will never survive in this world if you need someone. Because even that person that you love right now, even that relationship that you love right now, at any point, you're not guaranteed that that person will live. So even if they are taking care of you, at any second they could die. So regardless if they're willing to take care of you or not, you will always have to learn to be responsible, whether that person is good or bad. So remember my words. And that will also require you to be strong at the end of this month. Because if you don't have the strength, if you don't have the truth, if you don't stick up, you're going to even have more weight to carry over your shoulders. Later on, you're going to have to answer to another thing that comes up later. So you need to be really careful with what you're exactly saying and what you're exactly wanting. If there's something that you need to negotiate, or there's something that is a deal break, you need to get it all out on the table right now. There is no more, oh, I hope you like this, and now maybe I'll change my... No, you're not going to change later. Because 10 years from now, you're going to be more of your authentic, original self. And you're going to be looking back, and you're going to be pissed off at yourself for not doing the shit that you wanted to do. So if there is something, a project that you need to take care of, you need to go find that niche. You need to get that thing done that makes you feel holy and makes you feel good again. Because at the end of the month, I feel like you're going to be taking a lot of burdens, and you're going to be accepting a burden. You're going to finally, you've been putting something on the back burner for a very long time, whether it was you to be real about how relationships work, you know, being like that truthful, honest, like sharing. I know it scares the crap out of you where you think, oh God, I would have to share a bank account with someone, or oh God, what if they overdrafted me if we did share bank accounts? Or, I mean, how real do we really have to get? Do we need to share passwords with each other? That scary thought inside of you needs to fucking clean now. You need to go, like, you need to start fresh, okay? Whatever relationship that you were in before was never at a clean ground, even from the beginning. So if you want to sit there and blame the other person or whatever the fuck, I'm sorry, I'm saying a bad word. Whatever the hell you've been through, even that is a bad word. Stop making excuses for it. Okay, you need to design it the way you're a designer. Like, you need to just design it the way that you want to design it. Okay, so you need to pull this thing out right here, this magical thing, and pretend that it has magical powers. And you're gonna write to yourself by December 2020, by December 17th, 2020, I, and then your name, hereby promise myself, or I will have XYZ. And regardless of who comes in your life, who leaves your life, you will follow this path. And this is the path of happiness, okay? So don't be sad that you're going to make this. This is just going to be that whoever that make it, break it person is will accept those beautiful things about you. So if they're really the ones that are meant for you, they have the same dream. And it's wrong of you to worry like that. It's better to get the truth now and for always. It's always better to live in your truth. Okay. Some of you Libras are going to stay in frustration. Some of you are going to stay in la la land about love, okay? Those of you will feel a lot of poverty in your life if you are not well balanced. And I hate to say this because some Libras are very romanticized. So whether this partner is good for you or not, whether they stay with you or not, you always have to make sure that you're always in the logical sense of mind. Because the things that had happened to you previously can never, ever happen again. Once or for all, you will put your foot down. You will never let anybody disrespect you like that ever again. Do you hear me? You will never, ever let anyone hurt you like that again. Do you understand? It is not right. It is not okay. So either this is going to be the real reset, or it's the new partner. But you'll never allow yourself to ever hurt like this again. Because you know what happens when you don't die? When you don't say your truth? You die in pain, you die in depression, and you die in cancer. People that are the most depressed, people that hurt the most, end up with diseases. And they end up dying. And they die with pain. There are people that have died with broken hearts. So you need to get it together, Libra. And if you don't shine a light in yourself, no one will come to you. When you don't chase yourself, no one will chase you. If you chase someone else, they're going to be chasing themselves too. So it's energy. Remember to follow the energy, okay? So you have to have an intention of what you want. You want someone to chase you? Chase yourself. Bring that energy towards you. Make it a light that is beautiful. You know, you're not going to make yourself look negative towards them if you want them to come towards you. Make yourself gorgeous in front of them and gentle. If they need to be gentle, show gentleness to them. If they need to do something, show it to them. Be the mirror that they need to be and explain what you're doing. Explain the example that you're setting. Okay, Libra? Well, I'm going to leave you with this. It just all, honestly, it all depends on you now. At this moment forward, you've already seen the patterns. You've already seen everything that happens. And I'm here to help you realize that you have so much potential. And you're not just a vessel to be sucked dry. And this kind of behavior would have that happen to you. You need to allow people to flourish and water you too, because you're a beautiful flower. You need to be watered as well. So understand this. When you understand your value and you understand your worth, you'll accept being watered. And you'll stop apologizing. And you'll accept being complimented. You'll say thank you. You won't be embarrassed. You'll actually accept it. You'll look someone in the eye and you'll have a real conversation with them without being embarrassed and going home and worrying, oh my God, did I say too much? When you have that confidence in yourself, you don't need to worry about stuff like that. You're good. You're good to go. So get back into your equilibrium. Get back into recreating who Libra is. Get back into yourself, and you're gonna cast that light out to everybody. Okay? So that concludes your May 2018 reading. I hope you loved it. I hope you enjoyed it. And please remember to like and share and subscribe. It always means the world to me, you guys. And if you guys would love to leave, I would love it if you guys could just leave some comments sometimes, or, you know, share your experiences with us, because I always try to respond to the people that watch me, like, legit. Like, I don't sit there and say, oh, if you pay $40, I'm going to give you this extra answer. Like, if it has to do with astrology or a feeling or of energy or question about energy, I don't mind explaining it. And then if it's like more than a few people talking about it, I'll even bring it up in the next video. So that way I can express to you like how you can handle it, what's going on. Because I really want you guys to like glide through this time, and I know it can be very tumultuous. So I want to be that saving grace to help you out so you guys don't feel alone. All right, guys. So this concludes your reading. I hope you guys have a great month, and I hope to see you guys at the end of this month. Thank you. Bye.